Sit down, cozy up, grab your favorite comfort drink.
Because you're now listening to the Safe and Pretty podcast. Welcome back.
And we brought fall to the podcast today.
It's in. If you thought fall wasn't out there, it's in here now. Look at our little, we put effort in today. We do every single time, but today, especially because look at our setup, you guys.
We changed it up for fall. I was convinced a little bit that it was too early. I was like, maybe we should save it for our first episode in September. Mm-hmm. And then I was driving today, and tell me why the trees are literally already turning yellow.
Yeah.
There were so many trees that are already turning colors, and I was like, well, here we go. Plus, a lot of places have come out with their fall menu already.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, we can talk about what we're drinking.
Yeah.
So we went to Coco's with the goal of turning Caro into a matcha girl, and if you can see, it didn't work.
If you've been keeping up with my TikToks, I'm like on this like hunt to like become a matcha girly, because I just want to be a matcha girly, because I feel like matcha girlies give clean, like sophisticated, you know, aesthetic, all of the above. And I'm like, I want to see what the hype is about. I just can't get behind it, guys. Like, I feel like no matter how many syrups you get, as long as there's like that little taste, like aftertaste, or just like a little bit hint of like grass in there,
It's a no.
It will throw me the fuck
I was
off.
so convinced after I tried this. So in your last TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was like, you have to try the Coco's strawberries and cream matcha, because that's what put me on matcha.
Yeah.
And so we were like, all right, we're going to Coco's today. Like, we are determined to make Caro into a matcha girl.
Oh my goodness.
I took my first drink and I was like, I think you're going to like this.
Yeah.
I was like, it's giving like very little matcha. I'm getting more strawberry than anything.
Yeah. And you mentioned like fresh strawberries.
Yes, it's like a fresh strawberry. It's not like an artificial strawberry syrup taste. It's, to me, it is so good, but I'm also already a matcha lover.
She likes matcha. And I was so convinced I was going to like it. I was so excited only to taste it, and just the matcha throws me off. I think it's just a matcha in general. But I ended up going to Starbucks. I was actively boycotting Starbucks for 2 years straight, you guys, but their pumpkin menu is just like no other.
And their chai.
And their chai is also like no other. I love my Dutch Bros chai, but theirs is more like on the heavy with the sweet side. Mm-hmm. Whereas this is like chai. So for the fall, I'm not gonna boycott them. And do not give me bullshit. Do not give me any shit. I know, I get it. But like I told DESI, I was like, I actively boycotted them for 2 fucking years straight. A lot of girls did not. A lot of girls really did not give a fuck what was going on in the outside world. And I at least tried. As long as I know that you guys know where I stand, because I'm very active about it on like my Instagram stories and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm happy. So do not give me shit about what I'm drinking today, because it's fall. Yeah. I'm also really excited. I think I mentioned this in the last podcast. The last episode, sorry, not podcast. Where I'm excited for fall this time around, because I can wear more oversized hoodies, and I don't have to feel so insecure about my body in general.
Well, Miss Coco's has a sister store now, a
Pilates studio.
And they had their soft opening yesterday. I really wanted to go, but we had other stuff to do. So, but I was telling you that it'd be cool to get into that once it opens up and we can find the time. But yeah, so...
Another reason I'm not, but you're excited for fall, because football season starts. It started already, didn't it?
Yeah, no. Well, preseason is done. So the end of preseason was last week. So then they have like all this week off, like all the teams, and then the first like real games of the season will start next week. But I feel like it's hit or miss with girls and football. Like, you either hate it or you love it. There's not really like an in between, I don't think. But I think the reason that I like am so into it is because I grew up watching it. Like, it was like a family thing. And so I don't know, it's like kind of like one of those like comfort shows, like even just hearing like the commentators and stuff like
nostalgia
that.
Almost.
Yes. It just gives you that like feeling that's like, ooh, like it's
winter's
Sunday.
Coming up. It's getting chilly outside. I know one of the things that gives me a lot of nostalgia with football is just like Christmas and Thanksgiving at our in-laws.
Yeah.
Because don't the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
So we're eating dinner and the Cowboys are playing. Christmas or eating dinner and some sort of football is going on.
Yeah. I
Something's
am a
playing.
diehard Broncos fan. Don't get it twisted, though. I just married a diehard Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I don't really... I'll cheer for, like, the Cowboys if they're not playing the Broncos, which this year they do play them. So, that'll be an interesting game day. But
Yeah, no, I during football season, it's rare that you'll catch me and my in-laws for a full day. Because I will get bored out of my mind. And I just can't, I'm just like jittery, like I want to do something. And football is just not it for me. And I feel like I don't understand it that well. I think I'm picking up on it.
You've tried to like
sit there and like actually watch, and I'm just like,
I can't.
what is going on?
She doesn't get the hype.
Yeah, Alex will want to watch it at home. I'm like, okay, but I'm going to the room and I'll binge a show or something.
See, and I feel like I'm the opposite, because even though I am like, I have my team, you know, that I'm like dedicated to, any football game that's on, like say like the Broncos don't play until like Monday or they played on Friday, like we will still spend Sunday like watching football like all day long. Yeah. And funny enough, I actually helped my husband with his fantasy football draft too.
Oh yeah.
I almost did one of my own this year, but I didn't meet the like deadline or whatever. So, but I do help him with his draft.
Yeah.
So, and I am proud to say that he drafted Bo Nix as his QB for his fantasy football team. So
I have no idea who that is. T, nice.
Yeah.
The other day we were driving and Alex was with us in the Jeep. And Desi goes, I actually helped Billy with his fantasy football. And then Alex straight up goes, that's why his team sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, babe.
And like he is like the most like calm, we've said this before, he's like the most calm, like nice person ever. And I was like caught off guard. I was like, Alex with the comeback? Like what?
Yeah,
and he was like, he literally said too, he was like, I'm sorry, football just brings out a whole different person in me.
I'm like, oh, so you shit talking, okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's what you think, but the year that I helped him with his draft is the year that he took first place. So
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Speaking of helping Billy with his fantasy football, this week, well, last week when we were editing the episode, I had to come over so she could help me. No, I needed your Wi-Fi to upload the episode. And while I was here, you showed me a picture.
Oh my gosh.
Of your car.
So I am like a very like vigilant person of like my surroundings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So while this seems like so like minor, I noticed it like right away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is off. So yeah, so she was getting ready to come over so that we could edit and use the Wi-Fi to upload or whatever, because we're convinced that my Wi-Fi is somehow better.
Yeah.
But I was taking out the trash and I like walked past my car in the driveway and I noticed like this little mark on my headlight. And I was like, what the heck? So finished taking out the trash, went and like looked at it, and we'll insert a picture, but it's a little white X.
Like tiny.
Yeah, like on my headlight. And I like tried like rubbing it and it wasn't coming off. And I was like, this is like legit like one of those like paint markers.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? So I took a picture of it and then I go inside to show Billy. Oh, that's why. I took a picture of it to show Billy because he can't come outside. Well, he could, but he didn't need to go all the way out there for that. And so I was like, look at this. And he was like, that's weird. So I was like, I'm going to try to take it off. Because we were like trying to think of all the reasons that it would be there.
Yeah, and when you showed me, you were even thinking about like maybe because where you work at, you're like, maybe they were marking cars or something. Like,
yeah, or like, I know that, I want to say like in Denver, I don't know. It's in like bigger cities. I've heard this before, where like the people that are keeping track of like parking, like where you have to pay to park, they will mark like your tire sometimes, depending on like how long you've been sitting there, like to check the meters to see if you like are still paying to park there. So like I was thinking about that. I was like, well, maybe if I was like parked on the street by our house and the city came by, because I have seen them come by for some of the cars that are like constantly parked on the street, like on the side here. But so we were like trying to think about all the reasons that it would be there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like wash it off. So I go first with just like dish soap and water and try washing it off, and it didn't come off. And then I'm like sitting there trying to scrape it, and it still wasn't coming off, and I was like, what the heck? So finally I took a magic eraser.
Oh yeah.
And it came off. It came off right away.
Yeah.
And then I just told Billy, I was like, well, I'll just keep an eye out to see if it like comes up again, because then we know that I'm getting it from places that I like frequent.
Yeah, or maybe I'm like parking where I shouldn't be, you know, and I can ask somewhere.
Yeah.
And I remember I went home that day and I was literally driving. I went to a grocery store and I was leaving, and I'm chronically online, you guys. So I was on my phone at a stoplight, and I come across this video of a lady speaking about human trafficking. And I'm like, okay, let me watch this. And she was like, they are marking cars. They are literally making a white mark on the windshields, or like somewhere in your car, on the window, the windshield. Look for your car, like analyze it. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
She called me right away.
Clicked. I was like, dude, like, because I was genuinely worried. In my mind, I'm like, okay, what if she was at a grocery store or somewhere and they marked it? Because it's like, were they trying to target her at that place?
Yeah.
Or do they potentially know where she lives?
That's what I was scared
and they're
of.
like gonna check
because
the car.
we live on such a like busy road.
Yeah.
That I was scared that somebody was like watching our house almost, and like knowing like when I leave, like with the boys and stuff. Well, and not only that, but like you said, like if it's like a grocery store or like something like that, the majority of the time Billy is the one that does the errands.
Grocery shopping,
Yeah. And so because of his injury, and I'm the one now that's like going places by myself, that's when I'm like, okay, that's even more scary, because like I have been out on my own more frequently. Yeah.
And it's almost like you start thinking about all this stuff, but you have to, you guys, because there's so many stories.
Yeah.
Literally on my way here today, I was watching a story of a young girl who, not a young girl, but like a early 20s. She was at Target and she was talking about this guy who, it was also another like PSA, like be aware of your surroundings. And it's like, what if, like you said, someone has been watching you and they've noticed that you're out alone more frequently, so like, hey, this is the time, you know? It's just scary, especially because you've mentioned your car has gotten broken into. Someone also tried coming into your house when you opened the door. Had to call the cops. It's just, I guess take this as like, be aware of your surroundings. You can never be too careful. Yeah, because as soon as I saw, I'm like, oh my gosh.
So like maybe it's nothing, but at the same time, maybe it's something. Yeah. So I'd rather just like get rid of it and hope it like stays away than, you know. I don't know. Yeah, but that got me scared too, because the video that you sent me was like little white dots on people's windshields. So I didn't even think to look at my windshield. I probably should have. But like I said, I'm a very vigilant person, so I probably would notice it.
But I feel like the X on a headlight is so random. Like, why would it be on a headlight?
Well,
like
maybe they're changing it up too, because the headlight you don't look at all the time.
You don't look at the headlights. You never pay attention to the headlights.
You always see through your windshield, so that's more noticeable.
Well, not only that, when you're getting in your car, the windshield is right there.
Exactly.
You never think to go to the front of your car.
Yeah.
And even if you are coming, like let's say you're on the different lane coming back to your car and you cross through other cars, your headlights are face to face with the other cars. It's just things you don't think about, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a higher chance of you not seeing it, but they know exactly where they placed it. I've heard, I don't know. Yeah, it's terrifying, you guys.
Who knows? But I was like, I'm getting rid of it.
I always tell Alex, and even my mom will not ask me to go to the grocery store alone with the girls, and if she does, it's Target, because I can just do like the mobile pickup.
That's what I do.
Orders. I haven't really tried it out with Walmart or King Soopers.
That's because they have a minimum you have to spend before there's like fees.
Really?
Like Walmart and King Soopers I'll still do, because whenever I need stuff from King Soopers, it's like a big order.
Yeah.
But Walmart is like, you have to spend $35 or more, or you pay like a extra $5 fee. Because a stay-at-home mom, 2 boys, like if they're home sick and they need medicine, I'm not gonna drag them into the store. Like I'm gonna do the pickup order and get my one item that I need. Because if you do Walmart, then say you just need, you know, the freaking $8 medicine, then you're gonna end up paying like almost $20 for the medicine.
Yeah. So I always tell my mom, like, I'm gonna go to Target because it's more convenient. And so I'll go to Target, but I will never get off alone with the girls, because anyone can easily look at you as vulnerable because you have your children. Because I mean, guys, sorry, I overthink everything, and I have always thought, what if they like grabs Lulu to distract me and I run to chase Lulu, then they take June, then I potentially lose both. Or what if they take me because they know that like I'm off guard because I'm focusing on the girls, and then the girls are left alone. It's just so many things that go in your mind, especially with everything going on. So
my anxiety is already heightened when I'm out with my boys on my own, trying to keep them content and stuff like that. And so I already know I would be such an easy target.
Yeah, anyone can take advantage of
and
that.
And I do not. Yeah.
So I'm like, no, sir.
Don't
and
take
I always
that risk.
Yeah, even for pregnant women, like even if it's just yourself, I think it was here in Colorado, don't quote me, where this woman was pregnant and another woman literally carved the baby out of her belly.
Yeah, I heard that story too.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, girl, it's the way some people be thinking. And my worst fear is, not worst fear, but one of them is human trafficking.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the fuck they're going to do to you.
Yeah.
You don't know where the fuck they're going to take you.
It's so real. You know what movie freaking shook me to my core was that one about human trafficking that just came out not too long ago. Which one? Is it like Something Silence? Or...
I don't know.
Sound of Freedom.
Oh, that one.
Oh my gosh. Because like I remember when it first came out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to watch it. Like I like crime.
True crime stuff.
Yeah. But that hit on like a whole nother level. Like I did not know that it was going to be that like explicit. But I'm kind of glad it is, because it's like you really like... It really is that bad.
They're not sugarcoating what it is, and you really get to like... And I think it also... Because it's not fear-mongering, but I feel like parents do need to have more fear, because a lot of parents are so lenient or so trusting, and it's just like you can't trust anyone in this world, especially
sometimes
with your most
feel like
prized.
A little bit of a helicopter parent for that reason. Like, I think I touched in a couple episodes back or something like that about like not doing like... what's it called? Sleepovers and stuff with the boys' friends and whatever. And that some people may be looking at that as like taking that experience away from them and things like that. But you literally cannot be too careful.
Yeah. No, and because I thought Lulu's in this stage where she's doing like headstand and handstands on the couch and stuff, and she's so excited about it. So I've been like thinking about getting her into gymnastics. And one of the things that I always say is I have to find a gymnastics like studio or like gym that will let me be there and watch her like every single minute. Because a lot of, even in the Olympics, like there's a lot of like athletes that have been sexually abused by their trainers, their coaches. And it's like, I refuse to like...
It happens in so many places.
Yeah. And not only that, but also like, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say it for the gymnastics one.
Finding a studio.
Like, you know how in The Sound of Freedom, the little boy and the girl get taken because they're like going to model or like a modeling audition. It's like as much as you wanna, as much as you wanna let them like soar and like spread their wings, sometimes you still have to have some sort of like leash, some sort of like tie to them to where you're still in control.
Speaking of like children's safety, I think this is pretty like not cool to mention, but like something different, I guess, that my boys' school does that not a lot of schools do. And with the time of age, I don't know, the things that are occurring in our country, I think it's important to mention. But so at the boys' school, their security guards are actually armed. And when I first saw it, I didn't know like how to feel about it. It was kind of like, oh my gosh, like he is like has an open carry,
Yeah.
But now, like thinking about it, I'm like, I kind of like that in a way, because should God forbid anything happen at their school, they're not waiting for first responders. They have someone right there, right then and there to like be that line of defense, And then, but the other thought that like came to mind was the other side of it. And it's like, okay, but what if one of them has, a mental breakdown, or for whatever reason, they decide to do something, they have it easily accessible to them right then and there. So there's like pros and cons to it, but I feel like for the most part, I was like, I was like shocked, but I was like happy that that's their, in a way too, because it's like,
and I think
you just always want that protection for your,
again, it's like
babies.
that first line of defense.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, you're not waiting, and the first line of defense being there already can save so many lives in itself. So much time, so many lives, so much trauma that kids will have to go through and such. But
yeah,
oh my gosh, I've also heard so many stories about kids getting essayed at school by teachers, and
yeah,
guys, I wish
my old middle school, dude, there were at least 2 since I've been there that have gotten caught, arrested, convicted for having like full-on relationships with these like 8th graders. I think that just goes to show too that like a lot of people are like super careful with their little girls, you know, and as you should be, with like men, but it also, like, having gone through what I experienced, and then I think that experience kind of just like broadening my view of like sexual abuse and sexual assaults and things like that. I am super, super careful with my boys as well. Yeah. Because I feel like those are the ones that go like unreported the most.
Yeah, because I feel like
it's like downplayed a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, and I think because it's because of that stigma of like, you're a boy, tough it out. You're a boy, you're not allowed to break down. You're not, like, these things don't happen to you, you know, because you're a boy. Yeah. So either a lot of boys don't like speak up about it, or a lot of people already like might even use that as a threat. Like, no one's gonna believe you, you know, because.
Well, and the fact that like,
or if you say something,
perpetrators they think are. This might be like a separate thing than having to do with like boys being the victims, but a lot, like, while it is like men abusing little boys too, I feel like that kind of takes away from like women being fully capable to be perpetrators as well. Yeah. Like, not just men. You know, but yeah, I just feel like that also, like, anyone's capable of it basically. Yeah. Like, while men are the majority, like, everyone's capable of it, and so
just never let your guard down. Yeah. In any way, shape, or form. But on a
we said that this episode wasn't gonna be dark, and
I know. Let's say on a happier note. Dude, if you don't watch this show, you can just skip over this, but even if you don't watch it, listen, because you should start watching it.
It's literally taken over.
Yeah, the summer I turned pretty.
I'm obsessed. I've watched it and like binge watched it since the very first season, and you're still catching up.
I'm still in the first season. I'm still, spoiler alert, I keep burping. I am in the part where Belly and Jeremiah are trying to like talk to Connie and Jeremiah's aunt about selling the house. They're like they're like eating breakfast and they're like about to leave, and I haven't caught up anymore. But I love spoilers, and so I've actually been keeping up with like what's going on. Yeah, and I'm actually excited for the last 3 episodes, even though I'm like not watching them.
I also haven't watched the last 3 episodes yet. I think it's 3 that's out, right? Or is it 2 and then the last one's coming out this Wednesday?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I am behind just a little bit by like an episode or 2. But Team Connie always.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Jeremiah. I love the like actor of Jeremiah. Like, I follow him on his social media, and his wife is so pretty. And yeah, but
I feel like I really...
For the plot, Connie.
I really feel like Jer makes Belly feel like young and like it's excitement. Whereas Connie, I feel like truly gives her those butterflies, and it's really, really like about love and like comfort,
well,
like,
and like going
a safe
through
space.
The like hardships when you love somebody too.
Yeah,
like, it's really testing her, and I think that Jer is like her easy way out.
Yeah, Jer is very much like her, like, again, it's all fun and games, but when it really comes down to like being there emotionally and like holding down the fort and showing each other support, he can't be that for her.
She like settles with Jer.
Yeah.
Because the thing is too is like, so you're talking about like how it's fun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So while they are like, you already know, like in the 3rd season they're getting married, right?
Yeah.
So, or supposed to get married, I should say. But they're like planning this wedding and stuff like that. And even this being like a super big like monumental moment in their relationship, in like your, I don't know, like growing up, I guess, like that's a big step. Yeah. Because of where they are at, like financially and like things like that, she's having to settle a lot for the stuff for the wedding too.
Yeah.
Oh, if you have made it to the last episode before I think the next one is the wedding. Remember I said I'm like behind by like 2 episodes. But the last episode that I watched was the beach scene where like her and Connie were on the beach. Oh, after the bachelor and bachelorette party. And Jared got like too drunk. So he didn't meet her on the beach like they had planned. But Connie was there.
Oh, and that's when they had.
And that's when, he like told her like, did you know that Jared cheated on you or whatever? And she was like, yeah, we're over it. And he was like, he went through his whole speech or whatever, and I cried, and freaking Belly's bitch ass. She was like, I love Jeremiah. Jeremiah gave me everything you couldn't. And I was like, girl, again, you're just taking the easy way out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What did he say? He said something about like, I can't remember the saying exactly, but it's something about like, Jer was with someone while he was with you, and like he found someone else while he was with you, and I haven't been able to find anyone else since you. Yeah. And I was like, oh, my heart.
Go off, King.
It's so sad. But yeah.
Dude, okay, let me just say.
Team Conrad all the way.
I think it's so crazy the fact that she's literally going back and forth between 2 brothers.
It's insane.
And they're fine with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I literally have to keep reminding myself that this is based off of like a book, because I'm like, there is no way in hell this happens in like real life.
It's literally insane, because it's like, wait, you mean you've like done the deed with both of them?
And those are her only.
Those are your
2.
only. And you, like the one you're marrying knows you did it with his brother.
And he's like,
and it's like,
chill with it. He's like, I just love you.
It's like, I still love you, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But if I was one of the brothers, I would most likely be like, look, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah. Like, this one's off limits.
I do not need to be showing this one.
Yeah. I feel like for a while there, going off of that it was almost like a competition between Jeremiah and Conrad, like who could like bag Belly. But I think that was more like on Jeremiah's end, and Conrad was more like pure with his intentions, and Jeremiah was almost more like, because you know how he spends like the whole time like trying to make up like with his dad, like proving to his dad that he can be like just as good as Conrad or whatever. Yeah. And so I feel like it is kind of like on Jer's end a little bit of a competition of like, I can get the girl, I can do all the things, whatever. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry we're taking too long on this topic, guys, but please, if you don't get the hype, you just don't get the hype. There's a scene in the first season where their dad comes over for the 4th of July and Susanna's birthday, and then he's like, hey, you need to I don't know, I think it's something with football, and Jared goes, Dad, you already know I'm not as good as Connie. And he goes, I would bet anything you're faster than him. And he right away gets all happy. And it's like, oh my gosh. Like, that is so cringe.
Same thing during the wedding planning process. There's a scene where his dad takes him to get fitted for a suit. And they're sitting there while Conrad is getting like fitted or whatever. And Jared's talking to his dad. And they're like bonding. I can't remember what the topic is. I don't know if it's like their work or what, but they're like bonding over a topic, and then like that his dad like completely like ignores him and is like, oh, Conrad, let's do something about like the suit or something like that, but like completely ignores Jared after Jared's getting like all happy and like laughing and giddy that they're like having this like bonding moment. Yeah. And then his dad is completely like, oh nope, Conrad. And then you can just see it in Jared's face where he kind of just like sinks.
Oh, I hate that.
And it's just like, so that just like further he's like trying to like constantly prove himself to all these people.
I will say, I feel like, because Jared is very much like a fuckboy. Yeah. And he very much, like, I really see where he was more vocal with his interest in, like, Belly. But when he noticed that Belly had always liked Conrad, and it was always Conrad, that's when he started making it a competition rather than just letting it go, like, hey, you know what, like, I accept that you don't like me. No, he kept pushing to, like,
but you know you want to be with me, you know, like, almost like,
yeah, like, I'm better, like, look over here. But I don't know, to even Belly's like, Belly, what
and I feel, she pisses me off. I'm just like, girl, what are you doing?
No, it's just like, in what world, like, okay, like, you tried with Conrad and it didn't work. Why the fuck would you consider going with Jared?
So that's what I was just gonna say, was maybe it's like a little bit of a, like, fuck you to, like, Conrad too. Like, I will be with your like, I feel like neither one of them are in their relationship for the right reason. Yeah. Like, they're both in it for some other kind
of...
like,
revenge, like, getting back motive.
Yeah. And then poor Conrad's just, like, stuck in the middle.
Waiting.
Just being Conrad. And
like, he's just like... I'm just trying to move on with the love of my life. Yeah. And you guys are still...
Yeah. Yeah. But I do feel for him when he's, like, trying to, like, constantly push down his feelings and just, like... Yeah. And, like, in the... this last season, too, there's a lot of, like... narrating kind of like dialogue in the background, where they're like, it's the characters talking in, like, what, I don't know what person it is, it's been a minute since I've gone to school, but the best way to describe it is they're, like, kind of narrating what's going on, like, in their head, or, like, what's going on in the scene and stuff like that. And he, like, is constantly saying how, like, he tries so hard, like, not to, but he just can't not do it, you know what I mean, like, do these things for her. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I just wish she was with the right brother.
I really hope she ends up with Conrad. I want to see him getting married.
I don't even care if she ends up with him right away. I just hope this wedding doesn't go through.
I want to feel the butterflies watching the show that I know Belly would feel if she was marrying Conrad, you know?
Yeah.
Please.
Speaking of shows, though, you made that TikTok about the nostalgic feeling that, like, fall drinks bring. Have you started watching Gilmore Girls, actually?
Oh, no.
You should. Oh, my gosh,
I tried getting into it, but I think because it's such an old show that, like, you can tell on the TV screen. Yeah. It makes me not want to watch it.
See, but I love that. I feel like that's what brings the nostalgia back, too. And honestly, like, the storyline is kind of hard to follow because I feel like it's not just one storyline. There's little stories here and there. Yeah. And that's why there's, like, so many seasons of it and stuff like that. But I will say that is also one of my shows that I like to just, like, have in the background. Yeah. Like, it's one of those that just like, it's a go-to always, just because it's, like, it's so comforting to, like, be there.
Especially during the fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of the fall... in TV shows in general, it's not TV show, it's a movie, The Conjuring is coming out.
We have, like, a thing with scary movies because our father-in-law loves scary movies. Our mother-in-law, not so much. She's like, I'm gonna go watch something else while you guys do your thing. But so we, like, all watch scary movies together, and the new Conjuring is coming out. And if you didn't know, and this actually just came up on my FYP, so I didn't even know until recently, but there's, like, a chronological way you're supposed to watch all of the, like, Conjuring, Annabelle, The Nun, like, all of the Ed and Lorraine Warren, like, movies. There's, like, a way you're supposed to watch them. And so I saved it, and Billy and I have actually started watching it. So the first one is The Nun, and then it goes to Annabelle Creation, and then it goes to The Nun 2, and that's as far as we got. I don't even think we got through the whole movie last night before we went to bed. But yeah, so our goal is to, like, watch all of them before we watch the new Conjuring movie.
How is that not terrifying to you? I'm going to suggest that to Alex, actually. Yeah. See if he wants to.
I actually had to stop. It's so weird because I feel like for a while I had such a high, like, almost like tolerance for scary movies. But
did you get scared?
Yeah. No, it was after, like, The Nun, I think, the very first one. I was like, we actually need to stop. Like, I don't think I can do this. He was like, really? Like, he was even surprised. But I feel like for Annabelle Creation and The Nun 2, It's mostly the fact that we never watched those ones in the first place.
Oh,
we never even saw them.
The Nun 2 is terrifying.
So
I fucking hated that movie.
I was like, I feel like it's even more scary that my like tolerance for scary movies has kind of gone down, and it's something I've never seen before, so I can't prepare myself.
If you watched The Nun, if you haven't watched The Nun 2, spoiler alert, the part that What? I saw something flash right here.
Oh, speaking of scary movies.
No, literally,
my ghost.
The most, your fucking attachment. Get the fuck out of here right now, dude.
We need to save that for a different episode, but.
Oh, well, okay, let me add that in here. We want to do a spooky
episode
for Halloween.
I just don't want to get it. I don't want to do it too early, but like something in me is like we need to do it. Like
the stories we have. No, the fucking stories we have.
The full spooky season to get through all of them. I think.
And shout out to Spill the Beans podcast because they do this all the time, and it's so interesting. It is so interesting. I love listening to those.
Yeah.
So like, dude, we have a shit ton of stories to tell. Why wouldn't we? You know.
Yeah.
But there's this scene in The Nun 2 where it's like I think it's like the owner or like not the owner, sorry. She's part of the orphanage, I think. Mm-hmm. And she's like a nun, I think, the head nun, something like that.
Oh, like Sister, I think her name is like Sister Ruth or something like that.
And she's the older one.
Yeah.
Right? And there's this scene where she's looking for her son. Mm-hmm. I think he's dead. Mm-hmm. Like he passed away a long time ago. And then, I don't know, something happens to her where she gets hit. And then you see the little boy running to her. Did you watch that part?
No, but I can't stand things that are like like the little running sound. Oh my gosh, that's the biggest.
And he runs to her and he's like, yeah, and then he has a thing and he like smacks her and kills her. But it's so scary, and it's because it's all dark and she just has this like lamp or whatever. And that shit.
In Annabelle, the Annabelle creation movie that we just watched too. There's an episode like that too where like she's standing there and the hallway is like dark and it sounds like something's running towards her but nothing is there. I cannot do that running sound, and I think it's because of what I experienced, like that running. Oh my gosh. And also the scariest movie that I have ever seen is one of the Insidious ones, because of the little monster coming out and like, or the little demon, whatever, and like crawling on the wall and just that like clicking sound that
chasing the little boy.
I cannot. Anything with that little sound.
Yeah.
It's
those fucking
terrifying.
Movies, okay, the Insidious movies, they're not as bad as like, I feel like I would much rather watch a Conjuring movie than an Insidious movie any fucking day, because the Insidious movie is very much like eerie scary. Yeah. Whereas the Conjuring movies are more like gross. Like the demons, like they look more like gory, more like rotten type of thing. But the Conjuring is very much like, is that what a real fucking ghost looks like? You know, like is that, you know? Yeah. And the sound effects and like, I don't know, it's just,
I think it's, for me, any movie that isn't like monsters, like vampires, zombies, like, or even like jump scare things. Any movie that's more so like The Conjuring and Insidious are, where it's like demons, like real life things that could happen. That's what scares the crap out of me. Yeah. Because I'm like, this could like actually happen. And for like those who believe in like Ed and Lorraine Warren and like their abilities and these being their real life stories, like that's so terrifying to know that this like actually happened.
I've also heard that they've been altered.
Yeah, I have heard that too.
Because I've also read that I guess Ed was very abusive towards Lorraine in real life, whereas in the movies they're very like
happy couple,
happy, loving, and very supportive of each other. And it says that in real life he was very abusive towards her.
Oh, I didn't know
Which, God forgive me, don't curse me.
Yeah.
I rebuke all evil. Yeah. But even during those movies, I pray. Yeah. I will sit at the movie theater or at home and I will pray at least like 10 times.
I do after I watch them. When I'm like laying down to go to bed, I'm like,
I think the thing that like, I guess comforts me during these movies is the fact that like in the end, it's always God who
I was thinking about that during the Nun movies too.
So, because in the second Nun, it's God who wins. And it's just like...
Well, because there's that door in the first Nun where it says, like, God ends here.
Yeah.
And I was even thinking to myself when I was, like, watching it, I was like, God's everywhere. Like, what do you mean? I was like, that is calling on your BS right now.
Yeah.
Like, who says God ends here?
Yeah. God is within me.
Yeah.
He goes everywhere I go.
The one thing that did have me mad was, like, that they just let that his name in the movie is Frenchie. They just let him go, and like she took her vows before she went in, so she's like an official nun. He's like a full-on priest, and there's just Frenchie. I'm like, do something for him, like.
Yeah. Which other movie? It's called Deliver Us from Evil.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It's on Netflix.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
And that one too, where the woman, she like has a conflicting like relationship with God, and she like surrenders to him and truly like accepts him in her life. And when she's fighting against this demon, and this demon is possessing her child, her youngest kid.
I'm trying to think if I've seen this
And while she's fighting him, she starts speaking in tongues, which is the language of the Holy Spirit. And it's like, oh my gosh. And it's just like over on the movie, it's like it consumes her, and she's just able to like rebuke this evil spirit. And it's like, that's what I mean. It's like in the end, God always wins. So while people tell you like, oh, don't watch those movies because you're inviting things in, like you're letting them, it's like, no, I'm saying like the movie very clearly shows that God wins. So like I'm not fucking like
a video of the Conjuring premiere or whatever, like people going to the premiere, and they had a priest there with holy water, like blessing people before they went in. But I don't know if that's just like a marketing thing, like trying to promote the movie, or if they actually believe that.
I think it's just marketing, because I saw someone comment that priest that was doing that was actually in the Ghostbusters. It's one of their Ghostbusters episodes, but he's an actual priest.
Oh, okay.
So I think they might have like not hired, I don't, because you can't, or maybe he is, maybe he gets hired, uses the money for good for the church, donations, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think they hired him for that, but he looks like very genuine. He's like, I'm just here to do my job.
So you saw that video too?
I saw it too. I sent it to Billy actually.
I told
our father-in-law.
I told my Billy about it. Yeah. And I was like, dude, is it actually that scary?
I sent it to our father-in-law, and I'm like, get ready. He's like, when does it come out? And I'm like, September 5th. September 5th. He's like, I'm ready. I even told them, I was like, we have to go together, have to get the whole fucking row of seats and watch it together.
The handicap row of seats, because Billy's got to be able to play.
Oh, yeah.
I told her, I was like, we could go to the movie theaters, but we got to sit in the handicap section, because he's got to be able to fully extend his leg.
I always say, you have to fear God more than anything. Because if you think about it, God can do anything. God can come here. He can, because he is going to come here at some point, right? And he vanishes people to hell. He created the world, right? Whereas he who shall not be named is only able to do evil.
This isn't Voldemort we're talking about.
Well, obviously, but I don't want to say the name. I mean,
he who shall not be named.
I mean, they're quite similar, so let's say Voldemort. Whereas God can do anything.
I don't know. All I know is I'm excited, but we might have to go to church after. We'll go see the Conjuring movie on Saturday, but best believe we'll be at Mass on Sunday.
Mass on Sunday. 8 a.m. shop, the English Mass. I don't know. I will watch scary movies as long as we're like with a big group, like with my father-in-law, with Bailey and Desi, and like. But if we're home alone, me and Alex are pussies. Like we will straight up only watch something that like we've watched before. Like we're safe with watching.
Yeah, because you don't know what to expect.
My favorite Conjuring movie is the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's honestly, and I've seen this before, where people say like that's my comfort movie.
Yeah.
It's a comfort movie for me, yeah.
That's kind of scary.
No, I think it's just because we've watched it so many times, so like we know what's gonna happen. It's not like...
Is it like your comfort scary movie? Like if you want to watch a scary movie, you watch that one.
Yeah, like we'll play it safe with this one. Yeah.
But not just, I just want to watch a fun little movie tonight, The Conjuring.
The most terrifying scene of that fucking movie, and I will stand by this 10 toes down, is when the mom gets locked in the basement. Oh no, there's multiple! And like she lights the lighter, and the little boy's like, you want to play hide and clap? Then or when Lorraine falls in the basement all the way to the bottom, and she just sees like the lady hanging, and she sees the feet just like turning towards her. Yeah.
I have a perfect example of the ones that like I'm okay watching versus like the demonic like real ones.
Yeah.
That one that we watched with Big Billy,
The
Evil Dead Rises.
Oh.
Where it was more just like super gory, like
Evil
a
Dead
lot
Rise,
of blood and like stuff like that. Like I'm okay watching that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the ones that are like
that movie,
church related that scare me.
I think the reason that movie actually terrified me is because there was no like God wins in the end.
Oh.
And the demon just kind of like flew out and went to possess someone else.
Yeah.
But also another reason it terrified me is because like the demon possessed the mom and the mom was just gone. Mm-hmm. You know which one too? The Exorcist.
That one scares you? Or
The
does it scare you?
Exorcist, but which one was it?
Of Emily Rose?
No. It was The Exorcist.
Oh, that's Exorcism.
The one, The Exorcism.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose was the one
No.
I was thinking about.
No, yeah, it was The Exorcist, and it's the one with the 2 little girls that get possessed. And in the end, it says the demon like plays a trick, or is like, tell me the girl that you want to save, and I'll save her. And then the parents of one of the girls, the dad was like, I save you, and then her name, but the demon had tricked them. So the person that he chose actually got to go to hell, and he like kept her soul there.
I just got chills.
Yeah, and it was so heartbreaking because I was like, dude, it was just a little girl, you know?
No, I just got chills because one of our, like you said how like Conjuring is like your guys' comfort movie or whatever. For me and Billy, it's Ghost Adventures. That's like our comfort show to like watch. Have you ever watched Ghost Adventures? So these are like real life like ghost hunters that like investigate, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they have a like spin-off of their show called House Calls, where you can like send in like you can send in like a video of like, hey, I need help with this or whatever, and then they'll go to your house and investigate, right? They just did one, and we just watched this episode.
What are you watching
like
on?
2 days ago?
Because I'm going to watch it.
On Prime.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be on, I don't know if it's, because through Prime we pay for like HBO and just, not Discovery. Yeah, maybe it's Discovery. So it's on Prime, but I don't know if it's one of those extra add-ons you have to buy. But, yeah, so we just watched this newest episode of House Calls, the newest season, 2 days ago or something like that. But they were literally in this house where they said that a couple of family members had like passed away in the house, but they were also certain that one of the sisters had performed like dark seances in the house, and so it may be something darker. Tell me why they literally did a Ouija board. Yeah, they literally did a Ouija board session while they were there investigating.
Yeah.
And, the reason that what you were talking about gave me chills was because in that Ouija board session, they were asking, like, their questions or whatever, like, how many spirits are here? And it went to 0. Mm-hmm. And they were like, 0? Like, maybe there's just, like, too many? Because the house was also built on, like, a war ground. So a lot of people died there.
Yeah.
And so, like, maybe it went to 0 because there's, like, too many of them or something like that.
Yeah.
But then, like, after asking all their questions and whatever, they ended up asking, wait, is like who we're talking to a like human spirit, or is it something more like malevolent? And the thing literally scoots to goodbye. It didn't even answer the question. It said goodbye. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting chills right now too. Cause I'm like, that is so scary. Like
you don't
the
get
fact
to know
that's
that.
like real life stuff too, that people actually do that and like open themselves up to that. Because one thing's for certain, I will never, ever, ever touch a Ouija board.
Well, and the fact that they would fucking sell it in the board games section at Target,
like it's
Toys
like,
R Us. Like,
oh, no.
Yeah, no, because, like, in our house, like, we've, like, experienced it. Mm-hmm. But I always tell my mom, we can never give it, like, any sort of interest of like asking it what it is. No, because we don't care about you. You don't have that power. You know, you're not important here.
Yeah.
Like this home
like
is
not
protected
even
by the blood of
acknowledging
Christ.
it.
Yeah, like if we acknowledge you, we're giving it like the importance it wants, and no, never.
Yeah.
I always tell my mom, like, have a priest come over and bless a house, but that's it. We are not ever bringing anything to talk to nobody.
Yeah. That's one thing. I told you that my grandparents, like, when we moved in, it wasn't necessarily because we had, like, experienced anything, but just them being, like, just in case type of thing, burning, like, sage, you know, and, like, cleansing the house. And I am even scared to do that because I'm like, I haven't experienced anything, so I don't want the sage to, like, wake anything up and, like, make it mad to the point where it's like, oh, well, now I'm going to start showing you, like, you know what I mean? So I still have it sitting up there. I was like, I will not even do that. Like, I'm scared to touch any of that.
We'll save this for another episode, but my aunt, when we lived in Mexico with her, she has, like, a ghost in her house. And one time she, like, stood there and said, we're gonna live together. You better leave me the fuck alone. Like, if you don't want me to kick you out of here and, like, rebuke you, like, leave me the fuck alone, or I will get going to get you out of here. And it's
that's crazy too, because in the Ghost Adventures video that I was just talking about or whatever, or the episode, they like have this like spirit talking device, whatever, that like shoots out the frequencies or whatever for spirits to use to be able to like manifest their voice. And it doesn't always work. And while they were there, one of the spirits came through and you could tell it was like a man's voice, and it literally said, stand your ground. Because they asked like, what like advice do you have for us investigating this, like trying to figure out if it's human spirits or if it's something darker. And the spirit came through and said, stand your ground. And like, come to find out, I guess that's like a saying that the uncle that passed away in the house used to say because he was military. And so he used to say like, stand your ground. But that's just like crazy because like, I don't know, I feel like that's something I don't know, like important when you have, or when you think you have some kind of like presence or whatever, is to not let it like be known that you're like scared of it or anything.
And not only that, but always show them the importance that God placed in your life. That's your strength. Oh my gosh, I'm scared now.
I know.
I'm literally overthinking it. I'm like, damn, what if like leaving here like a fucking semi hits me or something?
Oh my gosh, not the intrusive thoughts. Why?
Because like we're talking about evil spirits. What if an evil spirit's like, no, but it's okay because the blood of Jesus Christ protects me.
You're a good girl.
Also, whenever I give myself a blessing, I have to do it 3 times.
Is that your OCD or is that just a thing?
I think it's my OCD because I never thought about it as an OCD thing. I always just, I hope you guys can hear me because this shit is right up on my fucking chin. But it's I do one for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Spirit. And then sometimes I'll do it. That
was my other question, like my logic behind it. I was like, that's how you do it too.
Or sometimes I do an extra one to like seal it. Seal the deal.
There you go.
On another note, September is Suicide Prevention Month.
Back to our trigger warning.
Damn, we really are gonna keep it light. Hey, no, we are keeping it light because prevention is light. That is good. Okay, we want to prevent it as much as we can.
Right. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. There's a anonymous line that you can talk to. I believe it's 988.
Don't forget to seek help, please.
And it doesn't have to be professional help at first either. Just finding that one person. We just posted a TikTok about, what did it say? That we can't take your pain away, but we can help you sit with it. And just finding one person that you can, because even your TikTok that you just made too, not to toot my own horn or anything, but you did give me a little bit of a shout out for like finding the strength to speak out on the things that you have been through, like
me and my story.
Being able to
my story.
Just like embrace it and share it, and not be ashamed of it, and it just being, you know, your testimony or whatever. So you just got to find that one person that you can resonate with and talk to and process through it.
And honestly, like, lean on each other. Don't depend on each other, but lean on each other. You know, just someone that might be able to understand you, or even just give you the advice that you need to hear. That you didn't know you needed to hear.
Because you do have the strength. It is inside of you somewhere. You
find everything.
Some of us, it might take a little bit more to dig deep for it, but you do have it. I also saw something super sad, not to get dark.
Yeah.
But I saw I don't know if it was a video or what it was, but I was talking to Billy about it, about how the age of suicides is getting younger and younger and younger, and it makes me so scared for not only my kids but just kids in general, because I'm like, why is that even like your thought at such a young age? Like, I remember going through my fair share of, oh my god, the world is ending, like my life is over, when you're having those really big feelings. But like, I couldn't imagine being that young and being like, oh, but my solution is to take my life.
Well, remember how you said in the last episode where I was like, a lot of kids will experience some sort of bullying in elementary school. Mm-hmm. And I will never forget, and I can't remember his name. There was this little boy. He was like a güerito, like a light complexion. Mm-hmm. And he would wear glasses, and he killed himself. Aww. And I think it was because of the bullying at school. And I think he was like 8, 9 years old, and it was so sad.
It is so sad.
That's why I would yell this to the world if I could. Teach your kids about kindness and humility and just overall, understanding that like not every kid can afford new shoes every school year. Not every kid can afford mechanical pencils.
Or has the same home life either.
Yeah, because
like some of them might be like getting bullied at home and at school. Like, and it's just too much.
Yeah, teach them that if they can be that person to show kindness to someone, to be it. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
I'm glad you kind of brought up the bullying thing too, because it kind of goes into the other end of like teaching your kids to be nice. Mm-hmm. I feel like in a perfect world, every kid would be, the nice, friendly one that takes you in and wants to help you feel better about yourself and things like that. But the reality of the situation is there's always going to be a couple bad apples. Like, that's just unfortunately how it is. Yeah. But so on the other like flip side of that is also teaching your kid that like to stand up for themselves when they are in the position where they're being bullied. Because funny enough, and I don't even think I told you this yet, but my son actually got sent to the principal's office last week for getting into a fight. But it didn't get physical, I should say that. It got very heated where it wasn't able to be like de-escalated, so that's why it went to the principal's office. But he was standing up for himself. So he was in a position with a child that had constantly been picking on him and constantly been picking on him. And it wasn't for any like specific reason necessarily, but it was just like poking and prodding, and even that can be enough sometimes. Yeah, it can build up. And so, AJ just got to the point where he was like, you're going to yell in my face, I'm going to yell back at you. Yeah. And it was a simple mistake. AJ literally like stepped on this little boy's shoe, and the kid turned around and blew up on him and was like, don't do that to me. You did that on purpose, this and that. And AJ was like, I've had it, because he had actually come to me earlier in the week about this kid and a couple of other kids who are like in his friend group actually like ganging up on him and like being like, you're not our friend anymore for this and that reason. And AJ was so hurt by it. Like, he is such a lover boy, and I feel like he is so emotionally intelligent for his age too. I've said this before, but just the way that he like speaks about feelings and just voicing his opinion in general, like he's very comfortable with being vocal about how he feels. Yes. And so at first he was like crying about it, he was really upset, but we just kept having the talk with him, like, you don't want to be friends with people who treat you like that. Like, that's not a good friend. And he does have this one friend who like stood by him the entire time that these other friends were picking on him. So I used that as an example. I was like, see, like this friend, that's a good friend. Yeah. Like, he stood by you the entire time. He's like, yeah, I know what you're saying. And I was like, so, but you also don't want to get to the point where you're letting these people take advantage of you. Like, they're calling you their friend, but they're treating you this way one day, and then the next day they're like, oh no, it's fine, we can be friends. And I was like, you have to know what boundaries are. So I kind of started to explain that to him. And so Yeah, I think in this incident, he just got like pushed to the edge. Like he could not take anymore, where he was like, nope, this is the end. Like I am going to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
So he started yelling back at the kid. And he was like, I said it was an accident. Don't talk to me like that. Like, talk to me with respect. Like, just like while he was yelling in this kid's face, he was very articulated with what he was saying. He was like, respect me, you know?
Yeah.
And, so I spoke with the principal afterwards, after the situation and whatever. And, I mean, everything that the principal told us was exactly what we've been doing, is being really big on boundaries and like, you don't have to be friends with these people, but you do need to show like mutual respect with each other. Just knowing how to de-escalate the situation rather than escalate it more, I think is really...
And I think it's good that he stood up for himself, because it seems like there for a while he was actually like kind of letting it slide.
Oh, 100%.
But he can't let it slide forever, because then kids think that they can just pick at people and it'll make them feel better than others.
And he's getting it. You know, it's kind of hard to have those conversations with little kids, but I think it's still important to like try to instill that in him now so that he can continue to do that.
Carry that on.
Yeah, getting older, because I would hate like for him to ever feel like he didn't have a voice. He couldn't find his voice, or he didn't have like that outlet. I think it's just really important to just talk to your kids in general, whether they're, I don't know, potentially being the ones that are being mean, or they are the ones that are being picked on. Like either way, it's talking to your kids.
Good thing you mentioned that, because with whether it's them being the ones that are being mean, I've had because my brother and my sister went to elementary school together at some point for quite a few years. And I remember, I don't know if I think it was my little brother. He told me about this kid who was really dirty. He was like, God, there's this kid and he's always so dirty. He's always putting his boogers on everyone and on the desk. And he's so annoying. He's always yelling. And I was like, okay, well, is there like some like,
reason behind it?
Like, does he struggle with some like mental health issues? And he was like, I think there's something wrong with it. And I'm like, okay, then you can't be calling him gross. You can't be saying he's annoying, because you don't know if he can even control that. That just might be the way his brain works. He's like, I think so, because he always has a teacher with it. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
A lot of the times kids who have like a teacher following them around is because they need it.
The extra support.
The extra support, the extra attention, someone help them around. My sister, now that she's in middle school, when she was in 6th grade, I remember she was talking about this boy, and she said he stinks. And she's like, he always stinks like armpits, like he doesn't, I don't know, he showers, but in a very like bratty way. Like I was like, boy, you need a shower, like in her mind. And I remember telling her, okay, Vane, but like you, who we always try to instill in your mind that you have to keep your room clean, always pick up your clothes, pick up after yourself. You don't do it. You don't know if this kid is being taught that,
or even has running water.
What if
you don't know if water? What if he doesn't?
You don't know if his parents have money to pay the water bill. Money to buy him deodorant. And I remember I told her that too. I'm like, dude, you have a deodorant in the bathroom and you don't wear it. So who are you to talk? And I know it sounds mean, you guys, but sometimes you have to humble them.
Perspective.
You have to humble them, because just like, that's you too, girl. What are you making fun of this kid? And I
also think that that's perfectly like, it's natural to have some of those responses as kids too. For your first response to be like gross or like whatever, because that's not the way that that's not the perspective they have. That's not the way that they're like growing up or whatever. But that's the most important part, is when they do make those comments or when they do have those thoughts, is flipping it and giving them
the different perspective.
The different perspective on it.
Consider all the options. Consider every possibility that could be going on around this person's life. I know she's also mentioned like Mean Girls, and like even when I was like getting bullied by girls, I always thought, I was like, well, maybe that's how their moms are. Like, yeah, go fight her, mija. Go show her who's boss. And it's like, dude, like
that's not the way the world works.
That we do. You cannot be fighting every person that you don't agree with, or that you don't like. Like, you can be the bigger person and like, not even, just don't talk to the person. Because again,
it goes back to what we were talking about with like having like the safety and like things like that, and just like some people just don't have like those. What was the word that you used? I don't remember what it was, but they just don't like have limits for their kids. Like how I was saying that sometimes I can feel like a helicopter parent. There's also the opposite. Oh, being too lenient. Like being too lenient with your kids, where it's like they get away with anything and everything, and you know, you're not as like involved as you maybe should be.
And you're not teaching them, you're not holding them accountable for anything. And this all affects other people, you guys. Because if you're not holding anyone accountable, they're going to go into school, even workplaces, doing whatever they want, feeling like they can walk all over people whenever they please. And that is not okay, because they never learn accountability in their life. So they feel like they're never going to have to, like, how do I not pay for anything, but they feel like they're never going to have to own up to their actions. And they feel like they're always going to put a blame on people, like, oh, well, they provoked me. Oh, well, tell her this, tell her that. Almost, all I'm going to say is just humble your kids.
You know, like, I was just thinking about...
Teach them how to be humble from a young age.
We're going to get so shitted on for, like, mom shaming right now. But... I don't know. We are going in on like raise your kids the right way. Because
no,
obviously there's gonna be like parents that can't physically like have so much on their plate that they can't physically be as involved as they would like to with their kids maybe.
No,
but like,
we're not mom shaming, because
parent shaming. I don't know.
We're not parent shaming, because as long as, dude, this doesn't take a lifetime to teach.
Yeah.
You can teach these things during dinner time.
Like simple conversations.
During bedtime, while you're tucking them in. Hey, honey, how was your day? Oh, I want like this and this and so. That's good, honey. Or even dropping them off. Hey, baby, remember, be kind, be nice, and learn everything you need to learn. That is it, you guys. Not fucking trying to mom shame. No, it's as simple as teach your kids, because this is going to carry on. Again, in real life.
Problem solving
when they're at work.
Extent of their whole life.
And this isn't just for the benefit of the other child, it's for the benefit of themselves. So they know how to work problems out in a productive way that's going to benefit them themselves in the long run.
Yeah. I'm just scared.
I think it's too early for us to get canceled.
Well, no, literally what came to the forefront of my mind, and I'm sorry, Blanca, but was Blanca.
Well, and the thing is, people handle it with no grace at all. And
so
I
that's
feel like,
what I'm just like thinking.
No, and here's the thing:
you're gonna take it and spin it anywhere. Yeah,
she can't be hated. She is such a like.
If you truly know her and like watch her content and like just know how she is as a person, then
she is such like a. If there's one thing about that woman, she's not a bad fucking mom.
Yeah.
So I feel like not only that,
and she embraces all moms.
But like not only that, dude. Again, because I said, like, she can't be hated because she's just such an amazing person. Her and, like, and people try to use their past in the relationship as, like, something to shit on them.
Oh,
but
no,
it's
that's, like, the whole...
Dude.
Not the whole reason, because there's a lot of reasons. But I told you, I was like, that's one of the number one reasons why she is, like, one of my top favorite creators, is because of how relatable they are. Because that was something that I connected with them on right away. Because Billy and I have gone through our fair share of, like, toxic phases, too. I mean... How can you not, when you literally have been together since you were literal, like, babies, basically, like, literal teenagers, and growing up together and whatever, like, it's just inevitable, I think, for you to have that little bit of, like, toxic
I think people
phase.
just can't accept the fact that people can become better.
Yeah.
In a relationship,
but the fact that they
as
use
individuals,
that as, like,
to attack them.
Well, and, like, that's what makes it so relatable. It's just, like, yes, you can, like... You are not, like, you're breaking the stigma of that being, like, like, cringy, like, the toxic, like, you guys were toxic, and being like, yeah, no, we were, but, like, look at where we are now, you know?
They're showing,
and that was, like, my biggest, like, thing, too, because I would almost be, like, ashamed of, like, Billy and I's toxic phase, too, like, like, I can't believe we went through that, but ultimately, that's why we are where we are in our relationship now. Like, we wouldn't be where we are without all of that to grow from
like I told you a while ago, is... A lot of the times, people who have been in relationships for like 10 years or longer, the reason that they've been together for so long is because they've been together, backtrack. Because they've been together for so long, they've had to grow up together. Yeah. I didn't go through the toxic stage with Alex, but I definitely went through a toxic stage with some of my exes. Yeah. Where some of my exes would cheat on me and I'd stay. But it's like, just because I didn't go through it with Alex doesn't mean I wouldn't have gone through it with him if I hadn't met him in high school. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. I haven't finished I can't finish what I keep saying, but the reason that people, because you can't hate them because they're such great people. Whenever they make a mistake or say something like that someone doesn't agree with, like this,
jump on it.
Oh, they will ride that
my
fucking
gosh.
horse to the end and ride the wagon.
Yeah.
They will hop on the fucking wagon and roll with it.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's based off of the one comment too that they can take and run with too. It's not like the bigger picture at all.
Yeah.
And also, like, they're not ones that are like, that I have seen that are like constantly attacked where it turns into a big issue.
Not only that, dude,
it's always like little nitpicky things, like you said, like people can just find something to like.
Even after she apologized, a lot of moms kept commenting on her post. A lot of those moms that are also commenting on her stuff about basically shitting on her are also moms who like ask to not be shitted on. But it's like, how are you as a mom who makes mistakes going to crucify this woman for making one mistake?
Yeah.
It was not handled at all with any grace, and that is what sucks. Cause dude, like, okay, y'all gave her shit, like, move on. Like, or you could have I mean, again, it's not me showing my ass.
Oh no, you're fine.
You.
No.
I'm over here giving Desi little sneak peeks of my butt. No, but I don't know, I just feel like, how do we even get to this topic?
Oh my gosh, we like snowball from like parenting to.
This is what our conversations go like in real life. You guys, we'll be talking about something and
it's our like ADHD. It's like squirrel.
It's like, dude, there was a fucking wasp nest and outside my house, and it's just a squirrel walking by a wasp nest, and it's just turns into a whole conversation of like, you know. But yeah, I don't know how we got to talking about.
Oh, it's because I was talking about like.
Mom shaming
bullying or whatever. And we were gonna get.
Canceled
telling people how to parent their kids to be kind humans. Yeah, cancel culture is just crazy in and of itself. It's like people will find anything to like take and run with, and it's just like, but it's just because like social media and people's lives like being shared with the entire world is so like prevalent now.
Yeah.
That it's like some people have nothing better to do than nitpick your life than go and fix their own.
And I will say this: did you see Emily Kaiser's post, right? You saw it. Oh. One thing she said on there, and let me read it off of it, because I was like, oh, girl, go off. Like, and I'm so glad she's drawing that boundary. I now have seen through this tragedy how relationships online lack boundaries, especially in protecting children's privacy. Moving forward, I will be establishing more boundaries with what I share online. And it is so true, because someone will know you through social media and think they have the right to hold you accountable, to crucify you, to judge you, to literally...
Like, they think they know your entire life, and they can
speak on it the way they want, and which, granted, okay, yeah, we're sharing our life publicly, but then it's like, because who we share it with and the people that follow us, we consider you guys friends. I mean, people who comment on my videos, I consider them friends. Yeah. There's this girl who we follow each other on TikTok, and we've texted her before. We're like, dude, I feel like I've known you my whole life. And we've never met. She lives hundreds of miles away. And we literally said, like, I hope to meet you one day, because, like, even just through, like, social media, it feels like we're so close. So when these people that follow you start to behave this way towards you and not show you any grace or any compassion or any just being understanding at all, it kind of feels like a betrayal. Like, then what are you doing here? Like, you're supposed to be like on my side almost, not on my side, but like supporting me. Yeah. Like, hold me accountable, but do it in a respectful way.
Like, if you can't support me when everything is like vlogs and, you know, hauls and whatever, then like, I don't know, that support needs to be there when you are like trying to be taken down as well.
Don't support me just when I'm doing good and thriving. Support me when I'm like making mistakes. Help me grow through them. Like, you know, because I know I've gotten a lot of comments before when I was pregnant where they're like, your vlogs would help, like your vlogs motivated me, not vlogs, your TikToks motivated me to get up and get ready. And it's like, yay, like if I can be that person for you and give you advice on motherhood and pregnancy and show you how to do certain things, breastfeeding, which is what like I would do, motivate you to get ready. If I'm not feeling good, if I'm freaking making a mistake or said something wrong or cancel culture is coming after me, why wouldn't you give me the advice that I once gave you? You know, and I feel like that's the expectation of a lot of influencers. Now, a lot of people have this expectation of influencers where it's like, be perfect. Yeah. Right? Well, also, you're here for me. Like, you're here for my entertainment. Yeah. But dude, they're humans too.
Yep.
Like,
and that's what I was gonna say.
They're very much real humans with feelings who make mistakes, and people have this picture of them where like, just because you have money, just because you do this, you do that, you're meant to be perfect. But no, babe, we're humans. We're very much humans. We make mistakes, and
it is what it is.
Period.
If you can't be there, yeah, like you said, if you can't be there for the highs, don't be there
for the lows.
For the lows.
Yeah.
See your way out now.
If you're there for the highs, be there for the lows, and you can't be there for the lows, get out. Like, unfollow, blog, please.
There's our little rant.
Damn.
We went all different kinds of ways with that last topic, but it was very much so needed. We were so excited for this episode to just be like not so like structured and more just like a good quality yap session.
We finished with a bang.
Yeah, literally.
We got passionate because, dude, how do I say this?
Don't get us canceled.
No, I think it's with little. I think there's a saying. But let me try to word it.
Not me being like caution. Every time Carol's about to speak, I'm like, wait, think, caution.
I'm very impulsive.
Proceed with caution.
Your kid's future starts from home. Mm-hmm. So please remember, you are the one raising these little humans. Mm-hmm. You know, so just because again, it's Suicide Prevention Month, and the age of suicide rates is getting younger and younger. You have to start thinking it's affecting their childhood. It's about stop telling your kids, tough it up, you know, suck it up.
Past those times.
Boys don't cry, you know, or to little girls, defend yourself. Well, to her, she's a bitch. No, because that just, you can't, two wrongs don't make a right, girl.
Yeah.
So, you know, be that.
Raise kind humans.
Yeah. Anyways,
and watch the new Conjuring and the summer that I turned pretty and all the things.
Yeah, but thank you guys for watching this episode. Please don't cancel us. We're doing our best.
Or cancel us. Shoot.
This is my petition to not get canceled.
What a way to kick off the first fall episode.
No, literally.
But
this is, I mean, if this video isn't a portrayal of what ADHD is, I don't know what will be.
I'm undiagnosed ADHD, but I think she just brings, she's got enough for the both of us.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
But this is just a true insight into what our real life conversations are like actually like.
Like, we can literally fucking talk about anything and
for like what?
Hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is gonna be a short episode. Mind 2 hours later.
Mind you, we went to Target and Starbucks before this, and we were yapping the whole time. And Coco's, and we're still yapping the whole time. And
it's so funny because even beforehand too, there were like some things that we would want to talk about, and we would literally stop ourselves and be like, save it for the podcast. Stop.
Don't tell me right now.
We
please.
just need to like always be recording at this point. Like, screw the aesthetic setup. We're gonna be set up anywhere.
Anywhere. Yeah, anyways, hope you like our new setup. The next episode is spooky season, so hopefully we can get a little spooky episode in there because we have some stories for you, some recent ones here at your place.
I feel like it's about time we do another like poll or some sort on Instagram to figure out what people want to dive into. But if not, then yeah, the spooky seasons. Either way, I mean, stay tuned for the spooky episodes, but we'll also be open to suggestions of what y'all want to hear for this upcoming season.
And next episode, we might be dimming the lights a little bit more, making more vibey,
we're gonna mess with it and see what we want to do.
Maybe get some new blankets.
I think that'd be so fun.
I think we will with our plasma money. Anyways, thanks for tuning in and watching, and please guys, we're not media trained, so we might be talking out of our ass a lot here. I mean, at least I know I am.
It's a learn as you go process, okay?
Hey, they can't cancel us if we don't even have a leg.
If we don't have a leg to stand on right now, can't be kicked out from under us. No, we said that we were gonna speak it into existence. We do have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, we do.
We are so established.
We have 4. Anyways.
Till next time, guys. Happy fall. Go treat yourself to a PSL or something.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.